In this video, I'm going to give you 7 reasons to switch to trending roofing brands. We have 2 brands in the roofing industry that, to me personally, stands out from others. It's Atlas and ICO. I want to explain to you why smaller brands might be better for your roofing business. If you're the homeowner, if you don't know what these brands are all about, listen to the end. I will explain to you what you can expect from both roofing manufacturers. And if you're skeptical, if you think I'm a sellout, at the end of the video, I will answer the question if I'm getting paid by these brands to make videos like this. Let's go. First, I want to say that I've seen a lot of posts recently, and within the last few years, I see a lot of companies switching from one brand to another. Some of it has to do with the shortages, some has to do with the disputes with the bigger manufacturers. We do have giants in the industry like CertainTeed and Owens Corning who just cannot produce shingles fast enough, cannot fulfill the need of the contractors. So contractors have to look elsewhere and try products different. But also there are companies who are just sick and tired of working with the big players. So what actually inspired me to make this video today is a post I've seen on Facebook yesterday by another roofing company. I'm gonna blur out that company name and the owner, and I'm also gonna blur out his complaints about the brand he is switching from. But listen to what he has to say. If anybody else sick and tired of and other greedy corporate monsters within the shingle manufacturing industry and their similarly gouging of the market, consider trying another product. After 10 years I made the switch to ICO this season. I was legit nervous, maybe a tad bit worried. Over the years, I had heard anything less than insert the name brand would fall apart. It's gonna to blow off in the first 50-mile-per-hour storm we have. All I can say is the roofs we've done have been outstanding. They look great. They're overall in pristine condition. They have all of the features, less the patented gimmicks that and then some. Class 3 hail impact rating with the Dynasty. Built-in algae resistance and with the 6 nails, the same 130-mile wind rating. Most importantly, the customers love them and they don't have a clue what other brand is. And I'm saving a lot of money, a lot. We installed a roof, picture below, light gray, in early mid-June this year. Less than a week later, the same city, Worcester, Ohio, got hit with 80 to 120 miles per hour straight line winds. The entire region did. All of my roofs held up. Hand to God, no one blew off. Both brands and ICO, 6 nails matters y'all. So do a lot of other best practices, but that's for another time. This last spring, this first company he mentioning about increased their prices by $10.50 a square. That's more than they have raised them in the last 10 years combined. Was that really necessary? Or is it just taking advantage of an already suffering and vulnerable economy roofing market? I don't know, you tell me. My supplier is getting ready to raise their prices again. Damn, are you serious? Didn't the price of gas just go down? It may be time to shop around suppliers too, we'll see. And now he's sending message to his manufacturers, your shingles are good, but they ain't that effing good. Get over yourself. Same goes to your grotesquely overpriced roof components that you are selling. Get real or lose business. Here's some of the ICO roofs we did recently. You tell me what you think, or welcome any feedback or experience with dealing with this matters. Please keep it respectful though. Thank you. Like I promised, we're not gonna put company name or owner name or the brand he wasn't happy with. But let me give you 7 reasons why this is happening. And if you're in the roofing industry, especially in manufacturer end, please be careful because market is changing and nobody's too big to fail. I want to explain to you as a roofer to roofer why this matters and where are we going. You can treat this video as a roofing trend video or my predictions for the very near future. So why companies like ICO are trending and Atlas as well. Both companies are not market leaders. We do have bigger players. They're big companies. They're not small by no means, but they're not the biggest. Reason number 1 is they're not marketing companies. We do have bigger companies in the industry among roofers having this perception of being a marketing company. Yes, you do see them everywhere. The marketing, the commercial, they're really big, but that's about it. So what you get with the smaller players like ICO, or Atlas, or Malarkey, they're not marketing companies, but they're quality companies. The quality is there. Marketing might be lagging behind, and marketing is important, branding is important, but it's not the only thing that matters. Number two, these companies are underdogs. They're not bullies, they're not at the top, they don't have this complacency. I was reading recently a story of First Guarantee company went out of business. In 2021, they did over $10 billion in loans. And then last year in 2020, they laid off first like 400 employees, and in June they closed their doors and filed bankruptcy. The company has been in business since '87. I mean, think about it. 30 years in business, big companies. You're talking about 10, like size bigger than some roofing manufacturers. The thing is, what's going to destroy you in business, especially in big business, is your complacency. When you start bullying others, when you start telling people that you are number one and you can dominate everyone and everywhere. And that's what I have seen, I've heard for years in the roofing industry. Some manufacturers are acting as mobsters from 70s and 80s. They're bullying contractors, they're bullying other players. They're doing very shady deals with the suppliers on the back end. And internet is a great equalizer. Internet and common sense will help underdogs become new leaders, and will take bullies and arrogant leaders, someone who thinks that they're number one and it will never change, someone who is complacent, someone who is not listening to their consumers, to go down. And this is what we're seeing, and this is what we see in this post. In the last couple of years, we've seen tons and tons of price increases. A lot of roofers are talking about deals behind the scenes, and how manufacturers are talking to each other. I mean, nobody can prove anything, but we're not stupid. There's definitely some shadiness. There's definitely a room for rumors, if you will, because it just makes no sense why prices keep going up and why they're going all together. If roofing manufacturers are not listening to roofing contractors, you deserve to lose that clientele. You deserve to lose those roofers. And it's only a matter of time for them to switch from you to someone else. And this is what's taking place here. This is one of the greatest examples I've seen where someone was nervous, did not know how to do it, but kind of felt cornered, said enough is enough, I'm going for it, and did it. Third reason is actually true coverage. Both Atlas and ICO have a true coverage, which means most roofers don't know, most homeowners definitely don't know, but shingles don't cover 1 square. So they sell you shingles as 1 square, which is 3 bundles, should cover 100 square feet. In reality, they cover 97, 98. So you're losing 2-3%. Do you know how much it is once you become a bigger player? Imagine if you're doing $30-40 million worth of roofing jobs per year. 30% of it is materials. So you're spending $10 million on a product. 3% of it, it would be your saving. You're talking about $300,000. That's how much 3% is. Well, other shingles are shorter. Manufacturers are the one who's winning big. That savings goes to their pocket, not to yours. So if you're a bigger player, if you're doing commercial jobs, churches, apartment complexes, those 3% from true coverage goes a long way. Another thing too, like for example, ICO, you actually know exactly how many shingles is each bundle. If you take Owens Corning, you might get, because there's a 64 pieces per square, 64 cannot be divided by 3. So there's 3 bundles per square. That's why some bundles you will get 22, some of them you will get 20. Some of them I've even seen 18. So, imagine you go into Home Depot or Lowe's because you're a little bit short and you need 20 pieces. You open a bundle and there's only 18. You will have to go back and get another bundle. Number 4 is higher quality. At the end of the day, roofers also speak up. We've been testing shingles for years, and ICO and Atlas always been a top 3, 4 out of 7, 8 manufacturers. You can actually see improvement of quality. You can see the adhesion of their granules. You can see the quality of nailing zone. You can see the products actually heavier, where other bigger brands going down, you know, ICO and Atlas kept their weight very heavy. It's a building material. It's supposed to be heavy. You reflecting sun and UVs and wind. You cannot really go from 240 pounds to 200 pounds stating that you changed some technology and your shingle is better. So ICO and Atlas is one of the heavier shingles, heavier products. It's not easy to deliver to build the thicker shingle, heavier shingle, but they're not cutting corners. People see the quality, roofers see the quality, and they speak up. I mean, this is just one of the positive. But if you even read comments here, Jared Rand, for example, saying, "I've been using ICO for 10 years, have never had issue with any one of them. I like how most of the parts of their manufacturing process and the fact that they haven't sold their brand out to the box store. They did do CRC packaging a while back with Menards, but then Menards requested their brand name on the packaging and ICO backed out, so respect there." Also, I think it's funny when anybody says shingle brand is builder's grade. The only shingle that is builder grade is the 3-tab. I actually install Atlas shingles myself, first year in business, and we inspect them 5-7 years later. Atlas and ICO will absolutely last their 10 years and, you know, will not be any worse than any other more known brand to people. They're heavy, they're good, they seal good, they will absolutely last. Reason number 5 why roofers are switching, it's obviously has to do with the shortages. You know, for example, in Florida, you cannot get some Owens Cornings and some other shingles, and nothing to say against Owens Corning, but if you don't have a stock, sooner or later, when roofers are selling jobs, they will have to switch to others. And unfortunately, people switching even to shingles like Temco, which I think is one of the worst brands in the roofing industry. And I just don't want to even mention them in the video, but unfortunately, because of the shortages, people switching to others. And those who try Temco will be disappointing. Those who try something like ICO or Atlas will be pleasantly surprised. And we do see more and more stories when people are switching because of the shortages and just staying there and already making decisions that they are not going back. Number 6, this is just my personal observation because I have so many people in my network like Brent Siemens and many other guys who I have on speed dial who install Atlas and ICO, that it's Friendlier service. There's something to do with the attitude of your sales rep when you know that you are the underdog. When you're the biggest guy in the room, you act differently, and nobody likes arrogance. Nobody likes when you're showing off. No one likes when you just talk negative about your competition. One of the things I can say about Atlas and ICO people, I know both marketing directors, Jeff Williams and Stan Bestick, on a personal level. And I also know a lot of people from other brands. And to be honest with you, not only I'm not impressed with some other brands, but you cannot reach people, you cannot get them a response. They don't want to listen to roofers. They think that they're too big, they're above us. And this is one of the reasons I think roofers are switching, because they do feel the connection. They do feel that someone actually cares, not just trying to bully. When you have this attitude that, hey, I'm number one, I'm the biggest, and you're gonna buy from me, roofers say, you know what? I will be fine without you. And they are fine without them. And the last one, number 7, there's no gimmicks marketing. I absolutely hate gimmicks. And I'm yet to see anything from ICO or Atlas that I would call gimmicky. Everybody has to advertise, but you have to set up reasonable expectations. The road that I've seen other manufacturers, bigger manufacturers are taking is to start creating gimmicky, to hide their shortcomings, and pretty much they become magicians. Don't look here, look here. Yes, our product is thinner. Oh, we lost 40 pounds of our shingle, but we increased the warranty by 20 years. It doesn't work like that. You have to be reasonable. You have to have common sense. The product and marketing promise have to be believable. And this is what I loved about ICO. This is what I loved about their commercial warranties. If you study the warranties, you will see that residential and commercials are completely different warranties from the same brands. And you ask yourself, why is that? Why you can put two different warranties on the same product? If I install this shingle on this roof, is this. If I install this product on a smaller house, is this. Why your liability is changing? Why you're not putting your action where your mouth is, right? And these brands, maybe not the biggest, but they're definitely more believable with the expectations. Obviously, Atlas has 3M, ICO has Nordic and Dynasty going for them. So they do have good products, they do have killer lines, and people just love their product. And at the end, I promise you to answer a question if I'm getting paid. Here's the thing about Roofing Insights. We do have sponsors and we do have friends. And nobody can say that we're sellouts. We say no to 80% of the brands that come to us. 80%. You have no idea how many times people came to me and offered me $50,000, $60,000 per year to talk about them, to do a few mentions in there. And I said, no, if I don't believe in a product, I will never take your dollar. ICO and Atlas have been our friends, have been our sponsors for a couple of years now. But I want you to understand what kind of sponsorship levels we do have. We don't have a single contract with any manufacturer or any brand. If we endorse, if we talk about someone, it usually means that we believe in a product and we want you to do business with them. Nobody knew that I'm making this video, for example. Literally, I read the post, I'm like, this is a great topic, I'm gonna discuss it. ICO and Atlas is gonna be as surprised watching this video as any other viewer. I don't have obligations, I don't have topics, I don't have anything in particular that they expect from me and I have to deliver per se. I do talk about them, I do invite them to our conference, they do help us with our events, they sponsor arm wrestling content, and they help us to create more content. We have 13 sponsors of the channel today, and we use that to give back to our community, to create more videos, but it's not a contract, it's not a sellout videos or infomercials. We don't make infomercial videos, it's podcasts, it's my idea, and if I ever piss someone off, guess what? I'm okay with that because nobody tells me what to say and what to do. We choose our topics. We appreciate our sponsors and partners. And the way I look at companies like ICO, Atlas, is the brands we choose to be associated with. Comment below what you think about this topic. I read all my comments. I'm probably gonna do some update later. I hope I will not get sued again on this video based on the content and things I said. I need your support. If you like this content, if you like what we had to say, give it a like or comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, I'm in Honduras airport. What city is it? San Pedro Sula. San Pedro Sula. Art here with a roof squad, flying home, and of course we have to bring you some valuable content. We were just having a conversation about commercial roofing, and he blew me away why he's using ICO shingles for commercials. Can you explain for commercial jobs? Why ICO over other brands?
Simply, it's going to be your coverage rates. It's going to be your savings in labor in comparison to installing the full shingle. So for every 10 squares, you're saving, a square. So you're saving the materials.
Because the bundle is a little bit bigger?
The bundle is a true square, is what they say. Or what is proven, but definitely, I mean, it's definitely, when it comes to multifamily, that's kind of the direction that we go in.
And this guy is a beast for multifamily. It's all he does every single day. They just got awarded, what, $2.3 million project yesterday. Is it shingles?
It's shingles, TPO, and metal. It's a combination.
ICO going to be there?
Yes, of course.
All right. What about a warranty, ICO versus other brands?
ICO is one of the few companies that actually has a true multifamily warranty. Most of them are prorated at 5 years. ICO is prorated at 10 years. So it's a lot of the warranties are catered more to the residential side. ICO makes sure that that warranty is catering to the multifamily side. So that's definitely one of the reasons, one of the biggest selling points that we have on our multifamily.
Well, what do you installers think about the product?
They love it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's easier. It's an easy shingle to install. It's not difficult. They're not going to be tracking through it on some of those hot days. I mean, you still have to work it in a certain direction, but I mean, they love the shingle. It seals quickly, so definitely.
Well, here at Roofing Insights, we don't do infomercials, but we do case studies, and we study real success. That's why I love ICO, I love shingles. A guy like this who sells a lot of commercial deals, you have to listen to them. And does it help you with the sales process to have the 10-year warranty?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's one of the determining factors on where and how we're able to qualify this product to most of the the owners' warranty. I mean, definitely as a business, as a building owner, a multifamily owner, you're always looking at warranty. You're always looking at how long is this going to last. I mean, am I covered if something were to happen? So definitely, I mean, warranty is.
And other manufacturers usually offer 5 years.
It's a 5-year prorated, so they're more catered to residential. Correct.
And ICO is more for commercial.
Well, I mean, they do cater to the residential, but their warranty is written specifically to cover the multifamily side of it, which most of them don't have that.
Well, and that's who I trust. If you can put your word into commercial warranty, it speaks volumes to me, because nobody wants big liability. That's why I always question, why do manufacturers have different warranty for commercial versus residential? If you believe it's 50-year shingle or 15 or 50, wherever, why is it less in commercial? If you really want to think about what manufacturers think about their product, look at a commercial warranty, not a residential. Thank you, Art. Let's go catch our flight.